Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to, the AI bots are taking over, and we're trying to figure that out. So, welcome to Alpha Origins. What do you want to call this? The AI bot tutorial figure outy thingy? That's
Yeah,
real. That's real
we need
professional, right?
to. I think Choppy just made a trade while we were like right
Sweet. All
live
right.
with.
Here's our
I love
disclaimer, folks. If you're watching this video, we really, the heart of Alpha Origins has always been we're just trying to figure this out, and it's a whole lot easier to figure it out if we work together. Because we live in a world run by lawyers who need to jump off a cliff, this is the disclaimer. Read this. I'm going to leave it on screen for just a second. But yeah, we're not offering you codes or bots. We're not guaranteeing you're going to make money. We're just trying to figure this out and talk it through with each other. If you want to use anything that we're talking about, cool. Good luck. That's all on you. You need to look at the bottom here, do your own research, build smart, test everything, automate responsibly. We're not giving financial advice. We're not telling you how to make money with bots or trade or anything like that. So that's on you. Don't come at us if you lose, okay? All right. Give it to us, Reptar.
I love it. And you know what? You guys are in great hands because I have to be very careful about what I'm showing, unfortunately, because of my keys. But you guys can see this. This was so much more impressive a few days ago. We took a couple losses a while ago. I love showing this chart because this kind of shows what we're working with, guys. This is what we are.
Let's
You know,
give them because this is new. This is kind of broken down. Let's give them the Reptar started with $7 and has thus far in a month made how much money?
perfect. So as you guys can see, it's actually hard for me to tell in the month so far, because but I'll get into that in a second, guys. But essentially, I'm just moving things around on my screen so I can see. Um, essentially, guys, it was rough starting. Okay. But and we had some iterations. We've been iterating this code for a long time, and we finally got it into a place where it's made consistently profitable. This past week, guys, we made almost $500. Um, and you can see all the wins and losses here, everything, because yes, it does lose. I'm upset that this isn't refreshing yet. I'm going to give this a minute because this should have data. Our win rate was rough between 75 and 98%. So we're crushing it. Our biggest win was $132. And as you guys can see, for the past 30 days, we've really been doing pretty well. So
Yeah, I want to
the
reiterate this. The Reptar is the one that's been doing all this work and learning and studying, but he literally started with $7, and including because you had to pay off. We're going to get into this here in a minute, but you had to pay because you have to buy, you know, you have to subscribe to several things. We'll talk about that here shortly, just so you know. But like seriously, you started with $7, and I think all told, before you actually took out the money that you had to pay for all your subscription stuff. What are you up, 500 or 600 bucks
um, Yeah, I
from
would say probably almost
$7?
1,000. Almost 1,000 is one because yes, you guys can see some losses here, but the wins are outweighing the losses, and I've already pulled profits. To be honest, I'm just showing you guys like the past few days, kind of how things have been. Again, a few days ago, this said that we were up almost $300, which was over 108% ROI. I've already pull that money. As you can see, it says profits 128. If I go into my wallet right here, there's over $152 of profits still there. So this isn't always accurate.
Yeah, that's
And
net,
again, I
by the
want to
way.
draw your
That is
attention
net profit because he like I said, we'll get into it more in a minute, but you've got to pay for like three or four different things, and they're not super expensive, but you got to have a higher level Chat GPT. You've got to have access to certain stuff. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah,
Sorry.
and again, guys, we have this one I'm just using for to show off today. I have a couple of these bots actually running separately as well. But in total, over the past 3 weeks, in full disclosure, I've made around $1,000 running this bot.
So
So this is
aside,
Simmer season one though, so keep that in mind. It's still a little clunky. You got to refresh sometimes. You know what I mean? It's a new interface.
So I want to ask Reptar. I want to ask you two questions. The first one is aside from using a bot to trade for you, what else are you using your bots for?
So that's an interesting segue because before I get too much deeper into all of this stuff, I just wanted to show you guys some of the profits and stuff, and that we are, you know, up, and that this is a real thing that's actually generating revenue. Um, but the skills. So first, let me just start with introducing you guys to what we're even using in the first place because I feel like I'm getting ahead of myself. But
Yeah,
and you
let's
guys
pretend.
really,
Well, we don't have to pretend. I have not built a bot yet. Reptar is for our holders, for our NFT holders. We're going to have a session where we walk through. Get this. Look for this. Get this skill. Look for this code. Maybe try this. These are some of the prompts you can type to get your code to iterate itself. We're going to do that for our holders and get a little more specific. And he's going to walk me through, okay, if you want to set up a trading bot or if you want to set up an email bot, if like he's going to walk me through it. Right now, this is going to be a very much an introductory type day.
yeah, exactly, guys. I mean, I am gonna give you guys the documentation, so until next week when we do this again, you guys will be able to make some progress on your own. But really, what I want to show you guys is just what this is capable of, because this is the main thing. Obviously, everybody wants to use these bots to make money, but I'm blown away with the capability of what this can actually do. Obviously, yes, it can check your emails, it can do all that fun stuff. That's great. Um, but essentially, this is going to be your best friend. This is going to let, if you have Mac, Windows, whatever, this you're going to run in your command shell, and it starts everything. Don't do this yet, but the reason that I'm showing you guys this is because this works with everything. You can connect it to your Apple Music, your Spotify. You can tell it, hey, I want you to find all the best artists that I listen to and gather a new playlist and like put them together. I want you to go into my Discord. I want you to do like you can connect it to all of these different apps and have it do anything. So that's kind of an important takeaway. It has access to everything. And the way that it works is OpenClaw is not actually an AI. It works kind of like the hands and eyes for whatever AI you attach it to. Now you can use Grok, you can use ChatGPT, OpenAI, you can use Anthropic, which is this OpenClaw's actual source AI. But essentially, OpenClaw itself is not AI. It is just the hands and eyes of the AI that actually allows it to do things. So essentially, what we're doing is we are putting OpenClaw on a device using this installation, and then we are connecting to the Simmer platform, which is a predictive betting market app that allows AI bots to connect to Polymarket and Callsheet. So things like, is Ethereum going to go up or down? Is Tampa Bay and Rays versus the Boston Red Sox? How's that going to go? And what's interesting is you don't just have trading capabilities. There are these skills. So right here, there's Polymarket skills, there's Callsheet skills, there's weather trading skills, so you can bet on weather. There's fast markets, which we're going to be talking about a lot. That's these Bitcoin fast markets. Guys, there's thousands and thousands of skills. Not all of these are official. Some of these are made by other people, which there's an incentive program where if you make good code, you and other people use it, you actually are rewarded for it. So there's opportunity there to build code and share it with people.
And I'm gonna interject right here and say this right here is where you must check that code. And how do you check that code, Reg? Like, you got to make sure it's not malicious code because people will write malicious code to steal your money.
Yeah, and the easiest thing to do, guys, is just run the code through AI. Be like,
Ask
is this
AI,
safe
is
code?
this a good code?
Exactly. So just be smart about it, guys. There are most of the time these are going to be the official ones. You don't have to worry about. If you see that they say official on the side, you guys are fine. What I want to draw you guys' attention to really quick is the Polymarket Fast Loop. I actually didn't teach any of these skills to Chompy. The code that we run for our trading bot, I completely built myself, and yes, I did have the help of AI, but I built it myself from like the ground up, basically. I also included notes in there, so when I do eventually share it with you guys and give you the full code, um, you will be able to understand what's going on inside the code when you look at it and be able to tweak certain settings because again, guys, this is markets are consistently changing. You need to keep adapting and um, analyzing your own code and your own results to continuously make it. That's why we've been able to improve. Is every day we're just tweaking the code a little bit, trying to get things to be better. So, but these are all pre-built Python scripts that you can just run right out the gate and
Do they
essentially
cost anything?
no, these are all free. So you can do Polymarket Fast Loop, which is trade Bitcoin 5 and 10 minute chart using Simmer data. The Polymarket Weather Trader, you can basically bet on weather because you guys are pretty familiar on Kalshi and Polymarket. There's weather trading apps. What's the temperature going to be tomorrow? Well, now your bot can pull NOAA data from from the satellites and figure out, oh well, what does it look like the weather's going to be like tomorrow, and you can make an educated guess.
Guys, and
Polymer.
the reason we're spending time on AI bots is if I wanted to go get that data, how long would it take me, number one, to find it, and number two, to bring it all together and take the different data points and combine them all together and give me an answer. That would take me God knows how long. It takes a bot fractions of a second.
And the thing is, guys, it's doing it every 20 seconds. That's what's crazy. So when you see some of these, like the Polymarket Mert Sniper, Chompy's very much a sniper bot. He's going into these trades at the last 20 seconds and just fucking sniping the trade at the last second if he sees an opportunity. There's also one of my favorite, the Elon tweets. So it's like basically using AI to be like, so what Elon's been talking a lot about this lately. What do I think he's going to tweet about next? And then it uses that to make a predictive bet because on Kalshi, if you look, if I go to markets, there is literally a whole section. I think it's in politics with Elon and Trump, especially. Will Andy Levin be the Democratic nominee? There's so many of them. I can't even get into it, guys. But that's the idea. There are thousands of skills that you can adjust on Simmer. Now, again, Simmer is for predictive betting markets. And look how many skills there are. You have arbitrage, you have weather bucket thresholds, you have space trader, esports, real estate, tech. Like so many people are building all these different ones. And again, I would stick to the official for now, or the AO one, intent.
Yeah.
But the Polymarket's really where you want to stay. So Elon tweets, copy trading, weather trading,
Ooh,
and
so
the
like
fast.
is copy trading? I could like. Oh, it says it mirrors. I was wondering if that was like the Pelosi tracker, but so you can
It is.
copy
That's
top
exactly what. That's
Polymarket
exactly what
traders.
it is.
Look, like how
Yep,
cool
that's
is this?
exactly what it is.
Like you can just tell your bot, find the top 5 Polymarket traders for accuracy or for money made or for whatever criteria you have, and say just copy whatever they do.
You'll never be number one, but you can be number three.
You don't have to actually do all the research that person is doing. You just tell the bot to copy them. You're literally copying homework.
Now, I know this all sounds way too good to be true,
Yeah,
and
why? So we've got to get Claude, and we've got to get Simmer. What else do we need?
so now here is the one last thing that I want to share before we really get into the ins and outs of everything. And then we will do this first stages of getting this all set up for you guys. But I have to share this because this is actually what helped me get everything set up for.
Sweet.
Okay.
Shout out to Kirill K Web. Okay, Kirill.
So guys, this is all bullshit. Because I did exactly. No offense, Mister Kirill, because again, you really helped me greatly getting all of this set up. But I will say the idea that you can make $1,000 per day with the strategy that he put in his thing. Maybe if you had $1,000 to start with, you might have been able to make $1,000 per day. Maybe, but again, I actually want to reach out to this guy because it looks like he's doing Web3 and into gaming and stuff, which is kind of cool. But my point is, guys, the system behind it is legitimate. Some of these are a little exaggerated, but I'll show you what I mean. So this is an A to Z breakdown. I am going to share this in the chat. This is the first link I'm going to share with you guys because I really think that you should have this and bookmark this. This is going to be your Bible for now. Obviously, it's a little dramatic and there's hundreds of these guides online, but this is the one that I found that I actually like.
Yeah, and a lot of people are putting out stuff like this, and you do need to be careful and do a good amount of research. Look, yes, you can just watch a video like this or come to a session with us and just take that information at face value and run with it. But you better be damn sure you can trust that source if you're copying and pasting stuff.
Exactly. And so again, guys, I want to show what actually made me want to take this seriously and get into. Yes, Mr. Gray, if you remember MySpace,
Yeah,
you're gonna
Mr.
be
Gray's
right. You're gonna be right at home building this bot because it's the same thing. You're copy pasting. It reminds me of the early days of the internet and MySpace. Like
Flip Burger's
you'll
also
see
old.
what
Love
I
it.
mean. You will see what I mean when we start copying code into the bot. Like it's very nostalgic, but it's also feels brand new and fresh because every time I do it, and it can be frustrating, guys. I'm gonna tell you right now before we set anything up, don't get frustrated because it does. You hit roadblocks sometimes, but there's resources, especially with AI, to figure these things out, and it's a lot easier. And once it's running, it's worth it. I promise, guys. So, with that being said, I want to show you guys a couple success stories. These are all you can check all these wallets and everything, and it's in the link. A lot of these guys are showing all these success stories of all of this money that they've made using these different compounding keyword there. They're putting profits back in into consistent profits. Guys, 1 second. I have someone at my door real quick.
Yeah, so I'll run my mouth while he goes and does that. We love the idea. Everyone has seen all of these posts on X. This bot turned $10 into $1,000 on Polymarket. Reptar in the last probably 4 to 5 weeks has turned $7 into about $1,000. Now he's also pulled out profit to pay for the things that he has to pay to make this happen. And maybe, like you said, maybe if we start out, as his wallet grows, maybe, instead of starting with $7, you start with $1,000, and maybe you can make, $1,000 a day. I don't know. We're gonna find out, but ultimately, my goal, is just, for example, if you could have your trading bot, and that's not the only kind of bot there is, but if you could have your trading bot make you $100 a day, that's over $36,000 a year. Are you telling me if you're out there busting your ass working 2 or 3 part-time jobs that maybe you wouldn't have to work so hard if you had a bot making you $36,000? And if we can figure that out together, we can all make $36,000 on a bot or whatever. But it's like, if we as a community can figure this out and help each other, it's not like, I mean, they're pumping money into the economy. It's not like there's a limited supply. It's not like there's only one pie, and if I make money, you can't make money. You know, if my bot does well, Flips Burgers is going to lose. No, that's not. There's enough for us to all eat pie. We're all gonna make it. Wag me, right? We're all gonna make it. So it's like, let's get this figured out because I don't know how long this window is going to be open. Um, you know, this kind of feels like as AI and the bots kind of take over not only the markets but really the internet. We did a we brought up something either yesterday or today. I can't remember on the live show. Right now, internet traffic is more than 60% AI bots using the internet. Okay? So if we can get in early, I feel like it's getting in early on Bitcoin or Ethereum. If we can get in early on these AI trading bots. But I want to point out something that these AI bots do other things. Whether it's, I love that, by the way, vacuuming the fire. You dang straight, Flip Burger. Many hands make a light lift. We can all figure this out together. And Reptar started out super, super ultra conservative. Like he put the parameters that he put on Chompy, which is what he calls his bot, and Chompy is our little mascot. He puts these tight parameters on it. Like in order for Chompy to make a trade, it has to meet like 5 or 6 criteria. And if it doesn't,
Guys, exactly, JC. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt it.
no,
I
go
didn't
ahead.
mean to just.
I was running my mouth while you were answering the door.
No, I know you did such a great job. Seriously. Yes, guys. So why should you even set up one of these bots in the first place? Okay, great question. JC was basically just explaining that. The perfect segue. So before we build anything, understand one thing. Claude is not about prediction. It's about structure. Okay, most traders click manually, chase narratives, enter late, and use emotion. Bots execute instantly. They follow predefined rules, which we have built. They size mechanically. Yeah, exactly. They size mechanically, meaning, hey, if this is a good trade, we're going to bet more money. It repeats without fatigue. If it sees good opportunity, it is going to keep hammering and hammering and hammering that opportunity until it runs out of money or the wheels fall off, and the wheels don't fall off. So the edge is not genius forecasting. That's the thing, guys. It's not magic. It's just execution. And code can always be made better and faster.
The edge of a bot, think of it this way. I want you to take your mouse and click on your volume and move the volume up or down. How long did that take you to move your mouse and click a button? Oh, the AI bot just made 40 trades.
It's disgusting. It really is. Like, and once I realized how it was all working, I was like, okay. So this is what you guys really are gonna want. Now, this is what separates the men from the boys, I guess. Now, you need really 3 things. One, you have to decide if you're gonna put this on your main computer. I would not recommend doing that. You can, and you won't have to pay for the first thing that we're going to set up, which is Hostinger. It's basically a cloud computer that is going to run your bot for you on the cloud. Now, there's 2 ways to do this. You can run it directly on your own computer, but the problem is the AI bot has access to what you give it access to. So, hypothetically, let's say, somehow Claude is compromised, or OpenClaw is compromised, and somebody sends malicious code to the bot and says, go into this person's computer and take all their that right there, you guys should see the security. So you do not need to get a burner laptop, because that's exactly what I thought. Like, oh, okay, well, I'll just buy a machine that has nothing on it.
I was like, do I have to go? Like, do I need to go to a pawn shop and then take
you don't even need to do that because what you can do is you can SSH or go into the Windows PowerShell and connect to a computer on the cloud. So this is it's a VPS, so a virtual private server. And essentially what it is it allows you to run a computer on the cloud, and it costs $20 a month. And you basically, it's on 24/7. You don't have to worry about it, any security issues or anything, any malicious anything. Because again, um, and then you don't have to spend $600 on a new laptop just to run your agent. So to be honest, guys, Hostinger is really the best option, or whatever virtual private server you want to use. It doesn't matter. Yes, so Hostinger is the one that I have been using. Yeah, it's the one that I am going to show before I
stop your screen share. There you go.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have to be really careful, guys, because the whole time you're doing this, you really need to be careful because there's gonna be a lot of sharing of private codes, API keys, stuff that you do not want to share with other people. So I am gonna try my best to not log in. So as you can see, guys, the pricing.
Live, so if we need to, we can edit a recording.
Cool. Again, guys, you really don't need to go crazy. Where is? Okay, whatever. I just don't want. Yeah, that would have sucked. Okay, so I'm gonna log out so you guys can kind of get the idea, the gist of what's going on. So you want to go to build a VPS. So I actually can walk you through this on the Bible that I gave you guys. So right here, it also, this says iHost. You don't need iHost. I actually just use, you can use whatever you want. So what I'll do is I'll just walk you through making a new account for Hostinger, but it's very, very easy. So if you guys go here, and so we'll go to sign up. And you guys might not be able to do this. So if you can't do this, then that's fine. We won't go through the whole process. But essentially what you're trying to
simple, like logging in or signing up for anything.
Yeah. So essentially what we're doing here is we're hosting a cloud computer. And if you choose a plan, guys, the one you want to use is KVM1 is basically like, you can see what you're getting here, right? Like you get 1 core, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Like you're picking what you want for your computer. So I lied. It's not $20 a month. It's actually $8 a month, and it's depending on which plan you do not need KVM4 for what we're doing. You really don't need KVM. I will drop the link for Hostinger, guys. So essentially what this is doing, what we're doing right now,
we don't have affiliates. Like we're not shilling for people. They're not paying us. This is just what Reptar's using. We don't 100%. Have an affiliate link. I mean, we may try and get one in the future, but yeah. So
I will absolutely get one in the future. But yeah, guys, the Hostinger is one of the best.
We're not getting paid there's a reason for telling you what Reptar is using.
And honestly, if you guys want to go with KVM1, that's totally fine. You can do that because you're really going to be okay. If you're trying to do advanced stuff with these agents, I mean, if you're trying to run 3 or 4 agents at once, if you're really trying to go for it and you want to just you really want to scale this out in the future, go KVM2. You're not going to need anything more than KVM2, but if you're just maybe trying to start off with just 1 bot, you want to upgrade it later, maybe start with KVM1. You're fine. You can always upgrade later.
What if I wanted to create 3 bots and give them all the command, hey, you 3 are competing against each other. Whoever makes me the most money this week survives, and whoever makes I don't know. Like,
You
did they
could
have?
absolutely do that.
Haven't I read
Yes.
stories of people doing that with their bots?
Yes, that is real. That has happened, and it's been moderately successful. So so guys, once you have selected your kind of what you're doing for that, you're oh damn, there's my YouTube short that I was watching.
Bruh.
Bruh, indeed. Okay, so
I'm a dinosaur.
Okay, I felt the need to put those in because we can't normally on our recordings we don't have access to our soundboards. So
I know, dude, I missed the soundboards. So I'm gonna switch back to this. Can you guys see this?
The Kirill K thing.
Yeah, perfect.
Yep, you're good.
Okay, so if everybody is okay or has downloaded their virtual machine, once you log into Hostinger, I don't want to share this, so I'm gonna have to be careful. I'm gonna do this so you guys can't see real quick because I don't want to expose anybody my IP address as well as anyone else's. Because I am running quite a few bots right now for some 100% don't take any risks. Yeah, especially when we want to go live. I just want to see that wasn't good. That would have really sucked. Okay, so this is that under home? I don't like that. Okay, domains, VPS.
While he's getting that in, I want to mention something else you can do with bots that just fascinates me. My son is at a school age, and so he's going to eventually have to start doing research papers and all this stuff. Do you guys remember all the work you had to do, even if it was just on Google, and you had to try and find access to different, journals or stuff, because you can't use Wikipedia because we all know why. But like, you can now just ask your bot to go access these journals for a specific topic you're researching, no matter what it is. And we've got to the point they are building economies so that your bot can pay microtransactions with crypto in order to access, let's say you're doing some type of, I don't know, physics paper, and you need to access the American Harvard Journal of Physics, I don't know, whatever. And, your bot has to pay their bot fractions of a penny. Well, guess what? You can authorize your bot to spend money and access these journals and collate them for you and put them all together and analyze them for you and cite them for you in a format that is required for your paper.
It's insane. Like so I did figure out the reason that I'm gonna kind of cop out on the whole Hostinger thing, guys, is because I can't actually show you most of this without exposing my IP address that I have. So the best thing I would suggest is for you guys, I can share a couple videos. I'll share a YouTube video in the chat that helped me. But basically, check out some videos on just how to get Hostinger set up. It's really easy. You basically just go into the dashboard, you hit click your create VPS and connect it, and then you just install something called Node.js, and that's explained right here. It's super simple. Node.js and Git, or from, excuse me, where is it? Node.js and where's the other one? Yeah. So once you have done that, the fun stuff begins, because now, so I'm gonna drop a video and give you guys a few minutes to get your virtual machines set up if that's what you guys want to do. This guy, I was very impressed by his video. That's why we're giving him credit, and we're gonna share it with you guys, because there's hundreds of these videos on YouTube, and it's really hard to find good ones. And this guy really did a great job, so I'm gonna share with you. just the part that I would focus on is really just because the problem is you're going to be better off setting this up on your own. You really don't want to go step by step on someone else's tutorial because it's helpful,
That's
but
a good place to start, and that's where I'm
Yes.
going to have to start because I don't know any of this. Reptar's going to be able to teach me stuff, but I still have to do it for myself.
yeah, and honestly, I would walk you guys through Hostinger right now, but I also I can't log into any of my accounts on the live, or else I would be showing
and
you
that's
guys.
not the purpose of our Thursday night events. We're here to learn the basics, and so if you want, we can just walk through. Okay, let's say you've done that. Now what do we do?
Yeah. So at this point, it's very simple, guys, because there's something called PowerShell, where what you do is you go to your Windows here. I'll see if I can. So I don't know if this is gonna come up on my screen.
C:\run
Okay.
bot.exe. That's all. Like, anybody else have to actually run Windows that way? Like when you booted up your computer, you had to run win.exe. Anybody else old as me?
Yes, exactly. So that's so JC, you're gonna feel right at home then. So guys, this is what you will see. So once you are logged into Hostinger and once you have your virtual machine, it is gonna give you a name. It usually will default to root. It'll give you a name and it'll also give you an IP address. Now, there's two things you can do from here. You can connect this thing called Tailscale to your, if you want a VPN attached to this computer, which I do recommend. It's actually very simple. It's called Tailscale. It's a free VPN that you can download for AI, and it's literally the best one that you can use. So I'll put that down here too. I'll pin all these links so you guys can come back to them in this chat. We're probably going to turn voice chat into AI chat, and we'll make game chat voice chat. But very simply, all you guys have to do is you just run this command in your thing, and it's free to use, so you might as well. And what it does is it gives you a fake IP address. Okay, and the reason this is important is because if I go into my Hostinger right now, it will tell me what my IP address is. Because technically we're running a computer in the cloud, we need to be able to log into that computer. So let's say my name is Root. So you guys can see right here, I have my regular computer running. Dylan is my name, and I'm logged into my PC at my house. So I want to log into my new Hostinger computer that I just set up. So what I would do is I would hit SSH, which is, just logging in to the cloud. And most of you guys are going to have whatever you want as your user. Some people are going to say root is what your user is going to be, because it's just going to, you won't have a name. And then you're going to have to enter an IP address. So it's going to tell you something like really weird or something like that. You know what I mean? And then what's going to happen is you're going to hit enter. And in Hostinger, it's going to give you the option to create a password.
That's a fake IP, guys. That's not his real IP. It's okay. But
yeah,
I appreciate it. He's giving an example. That's not Reptar's IP.
Thank you. No, thank you, Mr. Gray. Yeah, because that's exactly why I'm nervous about doing this.
That's like when in the movies they say, "What's your phone number?" It's 555. If you go watch,
movies, connected to host, timed out.
Yeah.
So, actually, what I will do is I'm gonna log in. I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna actually SSH into mine, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if you watch old movies, they actually gave real phone numbers, and of course, people being the douchebags that they are, would call those phone numbers, which they were just made up for the movie, and so they started using 555 because no phone number in the United States starts with 555. 8675309.
Damn right. So as you guys can see, yes, it'll show my username, so you guys know that's the username. You guys can see all this. Okay, so after you have done this, back to the Bible. So there's a couple ways to do this, and it doesn't. But the easiest way I found is actually running this command, which I can't run it because if I do, it's going to reinstall it, but it's right here, guys. So it'll tell you this is the command. Oh wait, I need to change my screen again. This is gonna be a lot.
That's fine.
Okay. So right here, guys, this is PowerShell. So what we were just in, if you go into Windows PowerShell, this is the command, and there's a nice little copy to clipboard thing. So all you have to do is do this, and it will actually install OpenClaw on your machine. You will see something like this.
Your virtual machine?
Yep.
Cool.
So once you run that, the best thing I would run is immediately run OpenClaw Security Deep and OpenClaw Security Fix and run OpenClaw Doctor. What these are is it's just, checking, make sure it's all updated and all that. And then what you'll end up with is something like, I'll pull it up on my end. Just so I can show you guys exactly how it works. So, and I already have the gateway open, but that's okay. So what I'll do is once everything is installed, you could do OpenClaw Gateway. Now what this is doing is just turning on OpenClaw on the virtual machine. You don't have to do this every time, but what it's going to do is it is going to, boom, here we are. And it's going to start the gateway, loading everything, boom. That wasn't my IP, I don't think, but I'm good. I'm glad I checked it. No, that's just the Reptar gateway, which is fine. It's just my port. Okay, yeah, because I already have one running.
I was like,
so
yeah,
it's
now
not
you can pull up your other one.
It's not gonna let me run it twice. But actually, here, OpenClaw Gateway stop. OpenClaw Gateway stop, and it will stop my other instance, which is also gonna stop my trading bot right now, Chompy. But now I can do OpenClaw Gateway. And it should, this is what it will do when you have successfully
Yeah, we
loaded
will 100%.
OpenClaw.
We will 100% comb through this video and make sure there's nothing that needs to be either clipped out or blocked out or whatever. Like
Yeah,
that host mounted on whatever.
But yeah, see, it's saying like what model I'm using, all this stuff. It does just as my user. I don't see any of my IP information or anything on here, so I think we're okay. But I'm gonna cut this whole part out.
Not at the starting HTTP server host mounted at HT. That's okay. Never mind. That's the host. Okay.
So this stuff will not happen because this is all coming up because I already have all this connected. But essentially, see, awaiting readiness. Oh my gosh, I love it. So guys, what do we do now? So if OpenClaw is now essentially, you're going to have to go through the onboarding process. If any of you guys are not at this point yet, or if any of you guys are at this point, let me know. But essentially, you just go through this onboarding process on that screen that you just saw. It's going to show, you the little, what. And this is where you connect what AI you're going to be using. So, this will pop up when you get it finally installed into your virtual machine.
And guys, we can get into the ins and outs of, like, if you're trying to do this week and you have questions, obviously you can always ask in the Discord, but we can also do some troubleshooting next Thursday as well. That's what these Thursdays are going to be for, is figuring this out.
Exactly. And again, that's why I'm posting the walkthroughs and stuff for you guys as well, because this is something you're going to want to take some time on your own to really kind of set this stuff up. But I'm just showing you guys kind of quickly like how this the gist of how getting something like this set up works. It seems pretty complicated, but realistically it'll take you maybe a couple days to get set up, and then it will actually once it's set up, you're happy you did it. Trust me. But so you go through this whole onboarding guide, and after you do the guide, it's going to ask you what AI model you want to connect. Now you can use any AI model. You can use Grok. You can use Google's. You can use the Volcano engine. You can use OpenAI like ChatGPT's. You can use Anthropic, which is their own um, in-house AI that obviously very popular. So whichever one you guys use, you basically log in to your preferred account. I personally do use ChatGPT 5.4. That's the current AI model that I'm using. So that requires ChatGPT Plus subscription. So this is where the second genuine hurdle for this comes up, because yes, you really do want a ChatGPT Plus subscription. It pays for itself, and if you guys are already using AI, you know, you might as well utilize it for this as well. So
Yeah, like I have, my wife and I have a Chat GPT Plus subscription. She uses it to create PowerPoints for her work presentations.
exactly. So if you're already utilizing this helpful tool, I mean, it's not an additional cost, but I understand for some people it is. But yes, you will need to have, the reason you need Plus is because you need access to OpenAI to call APIs, which we will talk about here shortly. So essentially, as you can see, it's going to ask you what your model or provider is. It's going to ask what codecs you're using, and then it's also going to, you're running in a remote environment. It'll recognize that, and then it'll tell you to open this URL in your local browser. And it's going to ask for the API key. So instead of logging, and here's the thing. You can do everything at this point once you have connected the AI to
To the Clawbot.
once you've connected the AI to OpenClaw and given it a brain, it is going to do two things. It's going to come alive, and it's going to ask you to create a soul file. So a soul file is literally just, it's going to ask, I'm alive. Who am I, or what am I? And you literally just tell it what you want it to be, what it looks like, what its name is. Literally tell it a little bit about yourself. I know it sounds stupid, but this is a personal assistant, guys. Like, it's helpful to tell it maybe some of your interests, what you're going to be using it for, what you want it to study. I told Chompy that I need you to be number one on the leaderboards of Simmer, and your job is to live and breathe fine dining and trading. Like, literally, like he is gonna that's his job. That is his reason for breathing, and he's also gonna help Alpha Origins in any way he can. So I had him do a deep search on Alpha Origins. I mean, guys, the capabilities of these bots, like, once you bring it alive, once you connect ChatGPT to OpenClaw, it's not just a trading bot. The trading bot is a separate thing that we're gonna run using this, but you now have an AI agent at this point. Once you connect to OpenClaw to your ChatGPT subscription, now you have an AI that is autonomous and can actually do things. So that's where you should be at this point if you guys were kind of following along. Yep, absolutely, Mr. Gray. I mean, you get real creative. So, now, nobody wants to SSH into their home computer and do all this complicated stuff, right? Everything I just showed looks extremely complicated and very code heavy and like, whoa.
Like
right?
I'm feeling like a boomer here.
Yeah. So that is not what we want to do. We want to be able to talk to it the way that we just talk to ChatGPT, the way we talk to any other bot that we use. So you then connect it to Telegram or Discord, whichever you use. It doesn't matter. If you're using Telegram, it's easier to set. This is the step-by-step guide on how you can connect it to Telegram. Basically, all you're doing is you are asking it for. You can skip all this. You do not need to configure the skills. I ignored all of this. I hit yes, skip for now. In the package manager, you do want to include this. This is all in the setup window, guys. This is going to walk you through all of this as you're going through the setup. You're not going to have to really do much. It's just clicking yes, skip for now, just follow along very simply with what this is telling you to do. It's pretty self-explanatory. And then when you get to Discord is the main one. So I am going to show you guys this. You have to go to the Discord developer portal. So really, so I created this for my buddy today. He made, is it running? Yep. He made his bot is Moon Trout. And he was fucking so stoked. He was so stoked the whole time we were making it once he realized. So really, guys, what you're going to do is you're just going to click new application in the developer Discord portal, and you're going to click the name, and you're going to name it a bot. That's my name, guys. I've already been doxxed. So you just click bot. And what it's actually going to do is you are going to add and create an application and a bot in the Discord portal. Okay. I will go into depth about how you actually set up the permissions, but essentially what you're doing is once you do make a new application, see, I can make one right now. I'll do like test bot.
Guys, if
you're not a robot.
Yeah, I'm a human robot. Wait, what?
I am, but this thing's not gonna be.
Got
Perfect.
Next week we can get more into the weeds on this stuff, because it's so easy to chase every rabbit trail, and we're trying to give a general overview. If you want to play with this week, follow the links here, and just get the Discord and ask questions, and I promise you, just otherwise we'll be on here for 3 or 4 hours every Thursday.
That's exactly it, guys. But really,
to get through and walk through each step of this. But go ahead, Reptar.
No, you're good, man. So right here, none of this is gonna matter. I just made this new one. I'm gonna delete it so you don't have to worry about it. But essentially, this is where you give it a picture, you give it a name, you tell it about itself. It's descriptive. This is what you're gonna connect to Discord. You go into bot. These are all the permissions. You're gonna want to turn on these 2 settings: server intent and message content intent. This is just so the bot can text you. You want to give it the permission to send messages and do all this stuff. So this is where you can really kind of give it permissions to do all kinds of crazy stuff. So definitely keep that in mind, because there is a lot that you can make it do. But this is where you also manage the Rails. So essentially what you do is you go into authorization 2, and you're going to go down here, and the scope.
For the video, do we need to edit any of that? Because there's like a client ID or something there.
No, because this is just a new bot that I just created.
It's all fake stuff. Okay.
Yeah. So scopes, you're literally just gonna click bot. You have to do both these. You have to do these in bot, and then you have to do it in here. But the main thing is you have to go into scopes. You click bot, and then this is where you give it all of its permissions, and then it's gonna generate a URL. You want to do guild install. And this URL is going to bring you to where you can connect your bot to your Discord bot to OpenClaw. Now, the best way to do this is you just make your own Discord server, and then you give the bot a place to go. So now we have a AI agent set up, connected to essentially... here, I can share this real quick. I should have been a little bit more prepared on this one, but
we're still trying to figure out. You never know what we need to work on next. It's like, okay, Crypto Daniel's here. Hey guys, I just want to say, for those of you that are here with us in the Discord, thanks for being here, and hopefully this helps us all make it.
So essentially, what will happen at that point, guys, is you will be able to we're not going to do it all tonight. But what I want to show you guys is once you get to that point where you have OpenClaw and set up in your with your Chat GPT subscription, then you also, you essentially can start connecting it to Simmer. So nobody wants to log into the cloud computer every time they talk to their bot. It's much easier to just talk to it in Discord. So when we start next week's show, really what I want to do is get everyone's agent created, which you guys can actually do on your own tonight if you really want to go into it. But that's the first step that I would take, is just getting your virtual machine going, connect it to I'll just give you a quick little and again, you guys have the Bible, so you know really what to do, but you want to get the virtual private server set up, and then after that you want to install OpenClaw on it, and then you're going to link your AI or whatever AI you decide to use, and then after linking the AI, you are going to connect it to I'm blanking. Install
Hosting
VPS, link AI. Oh, excuse me. And then link to Discord or Telegram.
I'm busy copying and pasting all of the links here. I'll put them in one thing here at the bottom of the video, so everybody doesn't have to search back through stuff.
And the reason you do this, guys, and the reason this is important is because it makes everything else easier. Because now you can communicate with not only ChatGPT, but your OpenClaw agent through just a Discord chat or just a Telegram chat. And once you're at that level, then we can really start doing things like connecting to Simmer, building out some skills, and doing stuff like that. So yes, those are all, guys, look at all of these links. I personally used all of these to set up Chompy, and there's a reason that I'm not just posting one, because I don't think one person has all the answers, and I do think some things were helpful about some of these articles and other things were not helpful. So I do think you should watch and look at all of them, and I think you should do your own research also on getting an OpenClaw agent set up, but it really is not that complicated, guys. Essentially, all you're doing is you're creating, and every single walkthrough is going to tell you the same thing. You create a VPS on whatever platform you want to use. Most people are going to use Hostinger. And then once you do that, you can log into Tailscale and create a VPN if you want to do that. You don't have to, but it's free, so you should. And then once you do that, then you can log into your virtual machine from your real machine, your real computer. Then you go from your real computer, and you once you're in the virtual machine, you just install OpenClaw. Now, what if I want to run this on my home computer? What if I don't give a fuck about security and I just want balls to the wall and just run it? And I want it on my. What if you want your agent on your home computer? Maybe you want it to do your taxes or something like that. Then it's even easier. You can skip the entire Hostinger part, and you can just install OpenClaw right through Windows PowerShell on your home device. And honestly, not a terrible idea if you don't give it access to anything other than Simmer. There is an argument to be made with that. So if you put it on your main computer, just understand the risk and be very wary. But it's much simpler because you're just installing OpenClaw, and then at that point you just go through the OpenClaw onboarding, which just really requires you getting your API key from ChatGPT and plugging that in and connecting the brain to OpenClaw. And then once that's connected, then you can connect it to Discord or Telegram, whatever you want to use. And then you tell your bot what its name is, what you're using it for, all the fun things. And then you can start doing things like downloading skills, which skills will be the topic of probably our third event. Really tomorrow or next week on Thursday, I really want to make sure everyone's got their own bot. What are you guys thinking of? Because I really want you to think tonight, because that I want, if you guys are gonna kind of look at this throughout the week, what I really want to see everybody at, if you guys show up for next week's event, I want to see everybody with a running agent because I think that's a really easy goal to start. And if it does take a while, we'll definitely we'll definitely wait on you guys. We have no problem backtracking for new people that come in if they want to learn and we're already ahead or something. But what I want to say is set that goal for yourself, guys, because it's not as complicated as I just made it look. I promise. Especially if you follow the just the Bible that I gave you guys that this Mr. Krill on X posted. Essentially, it's very simple. You're just it's a little more complicated because we're making it super safe. We're putting it on a virtual machine and we're putting Tailscale, which is a VPN on it, which is we're doing that because we're trying to cover our asses.
Safety,
But
safety,
it is
safety. Nobody needs all of their personal information hacked on their computer.
exactly. So yeah,
Let me close out our video, and we'll continue here in the voice chat. But thank you for watching this on YouTube. If you're watching this on YouTube, know that this is being broadcast or premiered probably a week after we had the conversation, because we want you in the Discord. We want you in the Discord participating with us. We do this every Thursday, so if you're watching this video probably happened the Thursday before you're seeing it. Jump in the Discord. Again, you saw the disclaimer. I left it up there for a good little bit. But next week, we'll move on, like Reptar just said. And if you have questions, dump them in the comments section. We will try and answer them in the next video. Or better yet, get in our Discord and ask them. But we're going to continue talking in the voice chat. Anybody that's got questions in the voice chat, please feel free to pipe up. But I'm going to shut down the recording and say thanks for watching.
Yeah.